So car made a decent pass. We ran the Charger Hellcat. I still won somehow, but pretty sure we lost the trans or it's out of fluid or something. But yeah, we're on the side of the road, just broken, no big deal. Well, shout out Enrique, EasyMTZ on Instagram for the tow. Track looks good from back here though. Nice green grass. You guys are doing an awesome job. But yeah, so we're getting towed back to the pits. And we'll see if we can figure out what's wrong with the tank thing, but I'm gonna guess the weekend is over.
How you doing? From Precision Transmissions. Today we're working on a 400 tranny that is in a 2018 Ford Mustang with a turbo probably about this big. He ended up turning the boost up on and stuff and twisting the input shaft off on it. And we're going to take it apart and see what type of parts we have in there, see if we can upgrade it to a lot better stuff. So let's get this apart. Now this does have a 8-volt pump for an ultra bell, which is the best way to do it. When you cut these bell housings off, you want to be able to bolt the bell housing all the way back to the taser to the pump. Some of them just have a 7-volt or a 6-volt, and that's not the way you want to do it. So this, I believe, is just a fully made. Is this a trans brake tranny?
Yes.
It is. There's nothing going to be under here, just where the governor used to be. Anytime you put a trans brake in, you do away with the governor. Just plug it off. Now, yeah, I believe he's had this tranny built before, and it does have some $5 parts in it. But since he started making more power with the car and stuff, we want to go back to it and make it have the right stuff in it. Now it does have a billet output shaft here. You can tell just by looking at the material. There's no place for a speedometer gear. So this is an aftermarket. There's no bolt on or bolt tail yoke onto it. It is a slip yoke style output shaft. Now anytime you go to a fully manual 400 or a trans brake 400, you'll block off the you'll block off this modulator valve right there. They'll give you this plug. Now the valve will still be in here, but it won't move. There's no modifications done to the valve or anything like that. They just block it all the way forward. That way it's at max pressure. I'm going to take this. This is an added support for the intermediate snap ring they put in here. There's some lugs in the case they didn't install, and they put the support in there to help support that snap ring. So let me get this nut out there before I flip it over. And we'll take it apart and run it from the inside. And we don't have a lot of shrapnel. We do have a little bit of metal, but nothing really to be worried about on failures. Smells a little warm. Now, let me show you a mistake right here. Now, anytime you build a trans brake 400, you put a billet valve body and all this type of stuff on here, or you build it fully manual and you max the pressure out on them. You cannot put a standard filter in here. you have to run a high flow screen filter. This tranny can physically burn up just because of this reason. If you notice in here, there's a screen. You can barely see it down in there. If you look in here, it's a cloth. Well, this cloth will plug up and it can't flow enough fluid to support the pump pressure that we need now for the tranny to survive. So that's a no-no right off the bat. Always use a screen filter. This filter is cleanable. You don't have to ever throw it away, so it's a good investment. Now this does have a deep pan, which is a longer tube. Now you always want to double stack the O-rings going up into the case right here. Now this does have an internal brake. Transmission specialties, it looks like to me. Let me find it.
Might be 8mm in my tool cart if you need it.
Yours?
Yes, sir. 12 point.
I think I found it. These brakes are really nice. They release really quick. I mean, you got to be really careful actually. If you got a quick release button, if you bump that button, I've done it. This thing will come on so fast that it'll make your teeth chatter. So we really like them a lot. They work really good. Gives us turbo cars a little advantage on the start. Now, when you take this brake here off, you got to be real careful because you can lose this claw. Not under this piece here, but it's under this piece right here. I'm going to find that little Allen. Is there another Allen?
Yes, sir.
You have to add all these special little bolts in here.
Real pretty.
Transmission builders do have special tools. Well, that one is. I'm going to give this just a little smack to kind of seat this like that, and then we're going to try to break this loose because it's really tight. There we go, you hear it pop. If I wouldn't have done that, we probably would have stripped it. You always want to take your time taking these apart because they're so fragile. But if you slide this plate off right here, really good. Here it comes. There's a ball right here that'll fall out. You don't want to lose that. Now this here is your reverse band. Servo right here that applies the reverse band. Now there will be some modifications in here. There'll be some sealing rings let off, left off, and stuff like that if they did it right. Got a rubber O-ring here. And then you leave the two rings off this piston here. Their valve body will come with this spring too. You replace the original one. Because this is your third gear accumulator spring. Anytime you mess with this bolt, you're you're going to interrupt this surface right here. When you put it back together, you always want to flat file it. If not, you'll have a cross leak. Flat file all this area. Because this valve body does not have any gaskets. It goes metal to metal. So you want to make sure it's really flat. Now, we'll look at the pump first, because anytime you put a trans brake on a stock pump, you're going to have pump wear. I mean, we can see it every day. Let's see if we got here, maybe we can just put some gears and be good. Let's see what we got. Stator surface area looks really good through here. You got pressure here, your suction here, so you cannot have any wear right here. It's got to look brand new. Your pump gears, they're really bad about egg shaping this hole right here when you put a trans brake on, because they max the pressure out of 200-something pounds. So you really want to look at this gear. You can already see it start wearing it out. What really wears it the most is street driving, highway driving, stuff like that. It just can't get rid of that 200 pounds of pressure. So what it does, if you come over here and look, the pump is brand new from here to here. Like it's never been used. But if you come over here, you can start seeing the wear come in. And that's
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I was hoping to make this video sooner, but you know how it goes. Things take longer than they're supposed to, but that's part of it. Finally, today I'm picking up the transmission for the Mustang. The Tang is going to be running here real soon. So huge thanks to Precision Transmission, Richie and Trent over there. They got it done. They actually came home early from their vacation. I wish I'd have went with them originally instead of waiting on another company, but that's neither here nor there. But they got the transmission done in like a day. The parts were there. They just went on vacation. Unfortunately, like bad timing on my part. Like I said, I wish I wouldn't have waited on a different company. I wish I would have went with Precision Transmission from the get-go. But, you know, that's life. You got to learn. You got to live and learn. So anyways, we are headed to pick up the transmission. I'm super excited. If you guys haven't already, which you probably have, go over to Precision Transmission on YouTube. They have some badass videos on tearing transmissions apart. And his dad, Richie, is super knowledgeable. He's a local racer, and he's easily the best transmission builder around here, if not in the state of Texas. So they build some badass transmissions over there. If you guys need anything done, make sure you hit them up. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. They've got some actually really highly viewed videos on their YouTube channel because, well, they put out really good content. So if you guys want to go check that out, head over there. But we are finally picking up the transmission. I'm really excited. It is crazy hot. It's over like 102 degrees this whole week on average here in Amarillo, Texas. So we will not be racing anytime soon. However, we will be getting the car running, put back together, and I've got some crazy plans for it. I just can't tell you guys quite yet. But anyways, let's go get this transmission. Got the F250 washed yesterday. Boy, look at them wheels. Damn. So, got the Turbo 400 loaded up. Got the converter. We're gonna unload this and get it back to the shop. All right, guys, so we got the Turbo 400 back in the garage. As you can see, brand new input shaft. So on the Turbo 400, the input shaft's connected to the forward hub, so you have to replace all that. And then when they were inside the transmission, they not only overhauled everything, put new clutches, but they found out another drum, I believe. The sprag on it or something was catching. I don't know too much about transmissions, so you'll have to look for their video on it. On their Facebook, they put up a video of all the new parts that they're putting in it. But pretty much every single piece or every single part in this Turbo 400 is brand new. It's all rated for 2,000 horsepower from Transmission Specialties and installed, and everything's spec'd to by Precision Transmission. And then what they also did was they drilled a small hole right there, make sure to get any trash out of the converter, and then they welded it back up. So we've got to put a little bit of fluid in the converter, get it on the pump on the transmission, and then we got to get the transmission back in the car, hook up all the linkage, hook up the drive shaft, pretty much put everything back together that I took out to get it out. But drive shaft, mid plate, I got a new bushing for it, new transmission bushing, and then we got to put the starter back on, cross member. It's not too much work, probably take me a couple hours, but it is hot as hell in this back garage because there's no AC back here. So I'll probably have to wait till tonight when it cools off to get that back into the car. But like I said, I've got some crazy plans for the Mustang. It's been down probably about a month now. We broke the input shaft at Streetcar Takeover, found out that the input shaft was a stock input shaft. It wasn't even the 300M. So this is now the NASA input shaft. Like I said, everything in this transmission is rated for 2,000 horsepower, and it's good to go. Pretty much this car, where it's at, if you guys don't know, it's got a sleeved and O-ringed motor from RPG, super stout motor. It's good for about 1900 horsepower. Pretty much what will max this combo out at is the turbo. The turbo is only rated for about 1550, so the turbo will pretty much be maxed out now before anything else will. Full BMR suspension on the car, Viking front coilovers. Got the new weld wheels, which I literally have only taken the car out once on this new wheel setup. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2018 Mustang that has been converted to a very fast Mustang. So obviously this car is set up to run a lot faster than it has. It still holds the stock Coyote and stock actual Ford unopened motor record at 820, 163 mile an hour. And I haven't really gone that much faster on the built motor because if you guys haven't been watching the channel, I had a bunch of boost issues. We figured that out last time I was out actually at OKC. And then of course, once we figured out the boost issues, first time turning it up, and it breaks the input shaft because the input shaft was not rated for what this car can actually make once it's tuned up or turned up correctly, and it's actually hitting all the boosts that it should be. So there's a ton of potential with this car. A lot of people think it's easy to go fast. It's pretty easy to go run 9s. It's pretty easy to go run 8s. But you start going like low 8s and then trying to break into that 7-second barrier, a lot of things have to play. You know, a lot of things come to play. It's not just suspension, it's not just power, it's the track, it's weather conditions, it's the suspension, the front, the rear, how fast do you have the boost ramp in, can your parts handle the power repeatedly. It's a lot of wear and tear on the car when there's that much horsepower going through the car, so everything has to work correctly. But we do have some super nice parts on this car, and it's definitely built to go fast. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to give you guys like a quick little overview if you're newer to the channel. Been doing a lot of stuff on Joe's Fox body lately because his car's actually running and mine hasn't been, but this is pretty much the staple car of the channel right now. It's pretty much what we've been mostly building on the channel. So, but like I said, there is some crazy news coming up. Can't wait to share it with you. So guys, like I said, there's some crazy news coming up with the channel and this Mustang. I can't really tell you yet, but I'm really excited to share the next chapter, next progress with the car and what we've got planned for it. But for the meantime, that's the transmission. Huge thanks to Richie and Trent over at Precision Transmission getting that thing put back together. And now we just got to get it back in the car, get everything bolted back up, make sure everything works good, and then we can actually take the car out. We can go drive it around, which you'll probably see in the next video. And then we'll try and get it to the track. It is super hot, like I said. It's not like we'll be running some crazy fast times, but I do want to get the car back out, make sure everything's good to go. That way when the weather cools off, this car can start going a lot faster and we can actually use this car to its full potential. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I'm super excited. Finally got the transmission back. I'm sorry it took so long, and I kind of slacked on the content while the transmission was down because really there wasn't that much to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, you can follow me on Instagram at David VANVORIS. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.